Evening and welcome to the Stanzik Theater of the Lake Worth Playhouse. The restrooms are off this hallway beyond the exit sign. There are 3. We ask that you please, in the name of courtesy, turn off your cell phones and refrain from texting. You all know why you're here, so here's Sharon. I'll just turn down my...
Okay, tonight is a very special night. I did not expect such a large turnout, and in this weather, I really appreciate it. I'm Sharon Koskoff. I live in Delray Beach 28 years. I am president of the Art Deco Society of the Palm Beaches, and my dad is not doing well with congestive heart failure in the hospital. I've been there every minute for 3 weeks, and tomorrow's his 89th birthday. How old are you today, though? His birthday is today, all right. A lot of people in the house. A lot of people in the house tonight. People have traveled from as far as Port St. Lucie. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, it was, am I going to do this lecture or not? And I really wanted to cancel, and my close friend said, no, you need to do this. This is what was planned. Go for it. And then the next 2 weeks, it's impossible to put this lecture together. But I did do that, and I put it together in a very personal way. I had 2 choices. First choice was the way this book is written. This is by Alejandro Alonso, and this is Habana Deco, which I had before I went to Cuba. Now I go to Cuba and look at the book, I'm like, oh yeah, I was there, the whole book. And this book is architecture, ironwork, terrazzo floor by category. And I really thought I would like to do a lecture by category. So if any of you come to the Armory Art Center in season when I give a lecture, you won't see this, because I'll probably do it by category. But I'm feeling very personal and emotional. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you pictures of the week in order as the trip progressed. So you will see the lunch and the dinner and all the good stuff. I am an author. I wrote Art Deco of the Palm Beaches. It's $20 if you want to buy it after the presentation. I'll sign it. For those of you who don't have it already, you can also get it in the Cultural Council building, 601 Lake, if you choose to get it another time. And the Stanzik Theater is very close to my heart. And when I wanted to give my lecture, I just returned from Cuba in March. And, I could have gone to the library, or I work at Old School Square, or, the Armory is the season. And I said, well, where am I going to give this lecture? I wanted to be an Art Deco building. I wanted a place close to my heart. And of course, it was the Lake Worth Playhouse. I designed the blue neon marquee. I give walking tours through this building, and that's another story. But how many people have never been here before? Just check. Hands up, Charlie wants to see. Come on, up. Look at that. All these new people. This is a fabulous place. They show foreign films. There's a free brochure out there, a guide. Get on their list. Unbelievable place. Okay, so with that, we're going to lower the lights. I took 3,500 pictures. I bought a new camera to shoot. The camera so much. So that was in order out of focus. And that hurts. So I will not delete them. I return the camera. I will not delete them because they're important to me, but I will not be showing, hopefully, too many folks. Okay. You know what I need? One thing, please. You know what? I need my laser pointer, but it's in the car, so we won't do it. Yes?
How's the ambient temperature?
Hot. Make it cooler.
That's right.
I won't have my pointer with me, but I always give a lecture with a pointer, so you have to forgive me. You're smart enough about my pocket. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay. See, the way you get out, the way you hide your emotions is through smiling. I've been doing a lot of smiling. All right. Let's see. March 14th to the 12th. Art Deco Congress is every 2 years. It's an international. International Coalition of Art Deco Societies. This was the 12th Congress every 2 years. It's an exciting city like Australia or Africa. 2 years ago it was Brazil. I do not travel a lot, but when it was in Cuba, you know, I had to go. So let's see. This was our itinerary, which obviously you cannot read, but helped me make this lecture. Aha! All right, here we are in Miami Airport. I had to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the night before I was the guest artist at a big fundraiser, so I didn't get home till 12. I had to drive by myself, and all we did was wait online, and this picture is significant because that's all you do in Cuba, is wait online. There we are with our speaker, Robin Hill. He'll probably be speaking at the Armory in January on the Frank Lloyd Wright College in Florida, which is Art Deco, and Eric Nash, another author. It was cold in March. And there's the famous pink luggage. I arrived, here we have Gio Darda. He was in charge of the whole trip, and Dave DePino is here. I think come on down, we're just getting started this second. Okay, what do? My parents are sick, they both have Alzheimer, I need a phone. You can't get a phone. No phones in Cuba. No internet in Cuba. I researched the whole month in advance. I got an unlocked phone, blah, 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 blah. I run a half a block, a whole block to Cuba cell. And for $60, I buy 30 minutes. So I could hear my mother's voice for a minute a day. And the next day she'd say, oh, where are you? Oh, I didn't know you could call me from Cuba. I've been calling you every day. Okay, here's the bus, gorgeous buses. And as soon as you're in the airport, first thing you see, what's up with that car? But these posters of Che Guevara are everywhere. Revolution, you know, all this propaganda. And then you see, we're still in the parking lot with the bus, and there's the Canadian flag. Cubans love Canadians. They love their money, they're tourists. Huge, all Cuba has now is tourism. And when a Canadian transfers their money, they get 10% cut. Americans, they took 13%. Okay, so we're in the bus, and all you see are other tour buses everywhere, or maybe someone on a bicycle, and you start seeing architecture, you don't know where to look. You're looking everywhere. Now this is not Art Deco, but don't think that it is. You'll know when it's Art Deco. But everywhere you're looking, there's buildings, and hospitals, and old cars. Every car there is 1950s American, because when the embargo started, that's it. No technology. There was no Burger King. There was no McDonald's. There's no Coca-Cola. There's nothing American. Here we see an Art Deco building. And we're driving in a bus, and we're looking to left, looking to right. Art Nouveau. When did you see an Art Nouveau building if you're not in Europe? We talk about that all the time when we talk about what is Art Deco, what is Art Nouveau. This is the feminine, flowery, swirly Art Nouveau buildings. Oh my God. Okay. This is a typical kind of patio, but we'll see the 1, 2, 3s that we know as Art Deco. We see the flat roof. We see the eyebrows. We see the streamlined curves. We all hopefully here know what Art Deco is, or you'll have a sheet which I gave out to you, or you'll learn about as we go. This is called the neoclassical style, or the Beaux-Arts. Very ornate, a lot of ornamentation, busy, you know, Baroque, very, very heavy kind of architecture. But let's look here. What's with that yellow right there? I have a whole presentation on partially painted buildings. Like this will be, you know, here's a little blue, there'll be a little yellow. There's no Home Depot to go buy paint. Right? Okay. Here's a piece of blue, there's a piece of purple. Textures everywhere. You know, if you're a photographer or an artist, texture, oh my God, you don't even want to see shiny new. Again, with the old cars. Textures. This is Superstorm Sandy meets the Haiti earthquake. I mean, it's weird. And then Art Deco. Everywhere you look, there's Art Deco. And broken windows.